guys, welcome back. So in this episode, I'm going to be doing the tiny house edition. So this is something I really wanted to do all over again because the first house I created, something happened with I guess the capture card I didn't record. I was talking about that in the last video, but I didn't really like how the house turned out anyway, so I was like, well, this will be my to just redeem it and redo it all over again. So I actually like this house a lot better than the other one because I did spend like more effort and time into it. I think the other house I spent like maybe 30 minutes creating it, and this when I thought about it, like, what would the tiny house I want to look like? And so I was trying to figure it out, and I was looking at it, and then it just came out. So I didn't really have a specific layout, but I kind of know what I wanted to do. I wanted to have at least a loft, and that's what kind of took out a lot of time for me to edit out. I think I spent like a total of maybe 30 minutes trying to figure it out, because for some reason when I get to it, it just I didn't know how to erase the whole floor, and I had to keep building walls around the stairs, and it was quite frustrating. But then I finally figured it out. But here's where I'm maybe trying to figure it out here. I'm noticing like, oh, how do I get rid of this floor? And then I couldn't remember how do I break down the walls. But I was thinking like, maybe if I just put some tiles here, maybe I can delete the floor. But then it didn't really work out. And so then I'm like, well, maybe if I put like a half wall, which I think you can kind of, you see it there, where you're gonna go put like the walls down, there's an option to put half a wall and then just a trim. So what you're gonna want to do is just put down half a wall, and then first it's gonna have a whole floor out, but just put the half wall wherever, how much space you want to have cut out, and then once you have it all out, you go ahead and delete the rest of the floor. I think you might have to close it out and then delete it and then erase those couple of walls, but then that's how it worked out for me. So that's what I did right there. I don't think I had it closed out. I think you just have to have it like as far out as you want to have the floor, and then it just deletes the rest because of the stairs. It kind of acts as a wall. And then I don't know, I just put the little bit of roof there. I didn't really know what to put there. I was like going through a bunch of windows here. I don't really know which ones I wanted to put, because if you look at the real like tiny houses, a lot of them have like really big windows, and that's the one thing I don't like about the tiny houses in real life, because I don't know, I have like this thing about having really big windows, and if I guess you're gonna get broken in, but just throw like a rock or something. But I just don't like having big windows like that, or like window doors. But this one I ended up deleting all those windows because I didn't like how they looked. But I spent some time just kind of like messing around with it, and I really liked how it turned out. I am gonna end up maybe in a couple of episodes, I'm gonna maybe create a garden in the back. So I did end up editing that as well. I really like how these windows looked. I don't know, I think it just looks gives the house like an old look that I really like. I did want to have like a blue house. I was trying to find like maybe like a powder blue type of color, but none of the walls I had, or the wall coverings, were that color. They were like really baby blue or just an odd looking blue. So the blue I found I thought looked pretty well. I really wanted to have like a yellow one too, but I don't know, I just kept thinking of Big Bird, so I just went to baby blue instead. But I don't know what expansion pack has it where you have like the vines going up the walls. That's what I was really hoping, I think would really make this house look really unique. But I don't know what expansion that vine is. If y'all know, please let me know. But it's not too much, I can just buy it separately. But this house, I really had a lot of fun creating it. I just spent like, I think about 2 hours creating it, which is quite a long time, because I was trying to figure out like, well, what would I like in here. And the last house, I kind of just made like a square box, and didn't really put that much thought into it, so everything kind of looked kind of clunky and too like compact. And this one, I was like, well, let me see what I can have it look like. I do kind of wish I spent more time, maybe made the bathroom a little bit bigger, but I was like, that's okay. And then I totally forgot when I was building it that I was like, wait, I'm gonna end up having like some animals. Where am I gonna put their stuff? Because in this one I noticed you have to have like a litter box, which you have to have for any animal, but I didn't know where I'm gonna put all this, because like almost every like inch of the room is covered, or you need that space to walk around. So I might end up deleting one of the love sofa to maybe put the I said maybe baby right there. Maybe put maybe like litter box or whatever junk I buy for whatever animal I get. I don't know if I'm gonna decide to get like a cat in this for my sim, or maybe have her have a dog. I did have her as a cat lover, but if I see some dog I like in there, I might just do that, but I don't know. I noticed when I'm playing at the clinic, I was testing it out earlier as well. I noticed that there's like a lot of cats, but none of the cats tend to come to me, but the dogs do. So I don't know, I may just have to go and adopt one versus adopting a stray. Because most of the strays I know belong to an owner, but for some reason they're still labeled as a stray, even though the owner's not around. It doesn't let me adopt them or come to me, or I don't know. I haven't quite figured that part out, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Because if I have a dog, maybe I can have it kind of be outside, like have its stuff, and maybe just have its food inside, but I don't know. I kind of wish I thought of that when I was building this house. Maybe if I just made like a one wall wider, maybe I would have more room, but I don't know. This was the other thing that took me like the longest time trying to figure out what type of furniture am I going to have in here, because it's still quite a big space, but I didn't know what type of theme I wanted to have. I kept just messing around on here. I was like, well, let me try this way and then that way, and then like, wait, what's going to be the entrance to the kitchen? Where's the door going to be for the bathroom? And it was just, I don't know. I didn't know. I just had like the layout of how I wanted the house to look like, but not really how the inside was going to look like. So I might end up changing the living room, but as of right now, I'm quite content with how it looks. But maybe later on, when I end up redoing the house to a bigger house, I might put more thought into how I want the inside to look like. So this is where I was talking about. I pick a regular sofa, and then I was trying to figure out, do I want like a single seat or a love seat? And then that's where I think I'm going to pick the love seat right there. So I might end up deleting that love seat and putting if I end up getting a cat in the game, put this stuff underneath the stairs. I really wanted to have like a library in the living room, since I didn't have a TV, because there really isn't any space to have the TV, but I kind of put the TV upstairs anyways. But yeah, again, I didn't really have any space to put anything. Kind of like the sofa takes up the majority of the room, and I didn't know what to do. So that's the one thing. I kind of wish I probably made the living room a tad bigger, or the kitchen or something, but it would be a tiny house if I did. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing there is just trying to figure out what looks nice. And there were some paintings I really liked, but when I tried to resize them, they were rather still too big or too out of place. Because I did kind of want to have like a 50s theme house, since I know there's some items in the game that kind of can pull it off, but there's not enough to pull off an entire 50s theme house. I really love Fallout, so I would really like to see if I can recreate one of the houses in Fallout. But I think I need to get like some more expansion packs. I think there's maybe one for furniture or like living room or whatnot, but I have to look through them and see. But they're kind of expensive. None of them are, you would think they'd barely be like a little cheap, but they're about $20-$30. I'm like, well, do I really need it that bad? But I might end up buying it later on, seeing if all this works out. But here I'm trying to figure out, this is the main part I really love of the house, is the bedroom. That's where I really wanted to just see what I wanted to do there. Because I wanted to have it kind of seem like, because my sim is single at the moment, so I didn't want to have like too much stuff going on, so kind of have it seem like a young theme. And yes, I did have to do like a little cheat code for the money because I ran out of money. I wanted to have like a nice TV, but if I resize the TV, it's kind of like sticking out and it's kind of awkward. So I just went and just gave me like a little money loan there. I ended up deleting all the money after the house is built because, I mean, the way the vet game is going, you kind of only make like $500 a day. And it's not like regular career bonuses. It's kind of just depends. So, I mean, at that rate, I'll never have this house. I'll be living like in a ugly looking house. So that's the part I want to spend time creating the house. It just a cheat code for the money. That lamp I actually ended up deleting in the kitchen because I didn't notice it. I guess it was kind of like a long lamp, and so my son had to go to the bathroom, and she kept making a face like I can't get in. And I was trying. It took me a while to figure out like, well, what's blocking it. And I was like, there's nothing there. The door's unlocked or whatever. And then I was like, oh, it's that lamp. I guess it extends very low. So I ended up deleting it. So that was one of the things I ended up changing as well. And I think the lamp in the bathroom. Those are the only two modifications I did after this recording. I think I might have changed the lamp in the living room. I don't remember. But definitely the one in the kitchen and the bathroom I ended up deleting out and getting... No, I think the bathroom, I just made it smaller. But the one in the kitchen, I just switched it out for something that was kind of like up against the wall. This was another thing I saw in a video where they were recreating the cabinets. So I think the last two cabinets I'm gonna do right here, I put them in where it kind of looks like there's like plates, even though yeah, they think they do. Yeah, they do end up eating off plates, but they don't see the sim grabbing the plates out of the cabinet. But I thought it gives like the house a nice look. I really wanted to see if I could put the stove like a baby blue, at least have like a baby blue looking type of kitchen. But I think it's only pink, green, and white, and then some, I forgot what the other color of the stove is. Because the other stoves were too expensive, or I don't know, I just didn't like them. I wanted this theme. But yeah. And that was everything. I was trying to figure out, well, how can I redo the bathroom here, because I don't like how like the toilet is somehow hooked up through a window. Doesn't really make any sense there, but I was like, well, it kind of is what it is, because I didn't want to have her have just like a stand-up shower. I did want her to have like a tub. Kind of, I don't know, I think it makes the bathroom look better than just a stand-up like shower. I do want to see if I could go through some of the expansion packs and see if there's maybe different wallpapers. So I noticed there's some, when I'm looking at some building videos, some of these, I guess building videos, they have like different wallpapers that I don't see in some of these expansion packs. So I don't know if they're just like mods that they picked up or what. That's still something I want to look into, because I noticed there was one girl that I was looking at, I don't remember her name, but she was talking about how she customizes certain things, I guess like outside of the game. And so I don't know, I don't remember if she said how she did it, but I don't know. That's still something I want to look into, but I don't want to spend too much time on just modifying like a couch or a bed or whatever. It's just like, I would kind of want something that kind of has like just more options. And I don't want to have too much memory, taken up in the computer with all this. But I don't know, maybe if it's worth it, I might consider it. But as of right now, I'm just gonna use whatever these expansion packs come with. I'm wondering, I might go back and edit my sim and have her maybe have like one of those, the green thumb, which I don't remember if the Sims 4 has it. I remember the Sims 3 had it, the green thumb trait, where they're happy when they do gardening. But that's some extra change that can be done there with the gardening. I think the animals might eat it, I don't know. But the whole lot is a little awkward. I don't like it that you have to kind of go through like underneath a bridge. And you don't really see much either. None of the neighbors. It's kind of hidden, which I guess it's okay. But, compared to the regular lots, there was I think a cheat I was looking at where you could, I think, like maybe expand outside of the lot, because I would like to at least try to modify what's around the lot versus, you know, having it what's there, what the game put in. But I didn't really look into that because I kind of wanted to spend all my time trying to like create the house and all that. But I think I'm gonna look at that like on my off time and see if it's even worth it. So remember, I think on The Sims 3, you would just put in, I think, the cheats, and you could actually add trees and, you know, change the environment around it. But I don't think you can do that in The Sims 4. I think I read somewhere that The Sims 5 was going to be coming out soon, which I wonder if that's going to be what's the difference other than like the visual of the game. But I think most people, I know when Sims 4 came out, a lot of people still played The Sims 3. Very few ended up playing, I guess, well, a lot of people ended up buying it, but not many ended up making videos, because I think there wasn't that much stuff to do, and there was still like so much stuff to do on Sims 3, which I think a lot of people are still playing Sims 3. Not many are playing that much 4, or not that I've noticed. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Here I did want to see, that's one thing that I liked about the house, was making the roses to go in, kind of like a gate. That was one thing I kind of wish I could kind of extend going towards the, under the bridge, but yeah. So here I'm trying to do like a little, I guess, I don't know the word, cinematic. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? I need to figure out the controls. But yeah, here's the screenshots. But yeah, I'll stop blabbing. So thanks guys for this video. Bye.